Hmm. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw. I am Tony Schiavone, here with Trini Kwan and with Corey Graves. And today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw, we're going to see Holy Fellow Nicholas here. Father Yule, the heavenly gift giver. Well, we do know, that's right, Tony Schiavone. You're right about that, Trini Kwan said. We are going to see Santa Claus, Father Yule, the heavenly gift giver. He goes by many names. He works giving gifts to folks, all giving folks around Yule time, but also the gathering of lights and also the gathering of followership, which some folks say he doesn't do anything with, but he does. Corey Graves says, and a lot of folks might scathe Holy Fellow Nicholas, and they might say that, oh, that he's not the one everybody should be thinking of this time of year. It's Jesus, the healer, the freer, the Son of God. But he does work for God in Jesus. Corey Graves said, but we'll see what happens. Ho, 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 happy Yule. Well, I know it's not really Yule yet. I know we got a whole month to get through before we get there. And I know a lot of folks are mostly getting ready for Thanksgiving or the Wanted Reichs offshoot of Thanksgiving. The Settle Land offshoot happened last month. And I know a lot of folks out there either know the meaning of Yule, some it do not, or some out there might wonder, why do I have anything to do with Yule? I don't have anything to do with the birth of Jesus or anything like that. It's true. I don't. But you see, God gave Jesus to us as a gift to all mankind and all womankind too. And those wise men, those kings, gave gifts to Jesus on their birthday. So I am only keeping the happiness and glee of Jesus' birthday and birth alive. But I only do it in the name of God and Jesus. And some folks wonder about all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we get it. Yule has nothing to do with you, Finn Balor says. Yeah, I understand that one, Alistair Black says. We know you have nothing to do with Yule. We know you're nothing more than the steadholder for Jesus the Healer, Dennis Rodman said. But Rhea Ripley says, to be earnest with you, you only got here because the non-Christendom folks, the other folks from other worships that don't believe in Jesus, didn't want Jesus around. So the Christendom folks had to have you instead because you weren't a fellow of worship, so no one would get angry. Rhea Ripley says, look, I know Finn Balor, Alistair Black, Dennis Rodman, Rhea Ripley. I know what you all are all about. I know how you like to go around and beat up on folks. I know how you like to go around and be mean. And let me ask you something. Is that what Jesus would want? Would Jesus think it was right for you folks to bully others? Would Jesus think it was right for you to be mean to others? Would Jesus think it was right for you to pass guessing on others? Even though you have done wrong yourself, and even though you are also guilty of sins yourself. Would Jesus want you to do any of that? Well, who truly. First off, Finn Balor says, we are not. We are sinless. We didn't do anything wrong, Dennis Rodman says. Yeah, we're not guilty of any sins, Alistair Black says. But you are. Yeah, Rhea Ripley said. You're guilty of thinking you're so cool because you give gifts off and you'll. What about the gathering of lights? What about the gathering of followership? Don't you give gifts out to that? Why don't you leave holy fellow Nicholas alone? Hey, look, it's Keith Lee. Fuck. And he fell down. Hedberg gonna come around. No. And now they're all gone now. Cause that's what they do. It's it's Keith Lee. And holy fellow Nicholas, well, he's gotten out of there. It's Keith Lee and it's King Kong. You know, who can't stand up without leaning near the ropes, and it's Shang-Chi, if I'm even saying his name right. And it's Seamus O'Shaughnessy, Tony Schiavone says. So you folks want to pick on holy fellow Nicholas? Seamus O'Shaughnessy says. You think that makes you great or something? It makes you nothing more than bullies, Seamus O'Shaughnessy said. That's all it makes you. Yeah, King Kong said. All it makes you is bullies. So Shang-Chi said, won't you go pick on someone who can fight back? Chi-Chi said, yeah, Keith Lee said, like us. One of us fight one of you here today. Oh, I think King Kong takes on Aleister Black. Everybody else is not in the match. Get. Well, it is true. You know. And that means everybody else has to get. If it's only going to be Aleister Black of the guessing day meeting King Kong. And to be honest with you, no one seems to be honest with you, Tony Schiavone said, no one seems to know what this name of this team is. The Keith Lee, King Kong, Shang-Chi, Dennis Rodman match team. I mean, Shang-Chi, Seamus O'Shaughnessy, King Kong, Keith Lee team. Tony Schiavone said, oh, well, I don't know either. But I can tell you one thing, Trini Kwan says. King Kong, Keith Lee, and Shang-Chi and Seamus O'Shaughnessy standing up for Santa Claus here today on the Lone Day Night Raw, Trini Kwan said. A body slam, Tony Schiavone said, by King Kong to Aleister Black. You're right about that. Keith Lee, King Kong, Shang-Chi, and Seamus O'Shaughnessy all did stand up for Santa Claus here today, Tony Schiavone said. Well, yeah, when you think of it, Santa Claus really had no business being in the ring. And two, it wasn't any of Seamus O'Shaughnessy, Shang-Chi, Keith Lee, or King Kong's business what the guessing day did. King Kong. Oh, Aleister Black just nailed him, and the Fight Lord just went down by mistake. Lost his footing by mistake, Tony Schiavone says. Yeah, as I was saying, Corey Graves said, King Kong, Seamus O'Shaughnessy, Keith Lee, and Shang-Chi had no business in the guessing day's business. Oh! And right out the front, we just saw, 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Come on, stop standing like that. Here is your winner, Aleister Black. And the guessing day is already, you know, it's now the guessing day has already, you know, already done their business by taking out King Kong. You know, by taking out King Kong here today on Monday Night Raw or Alone Night Raw, Tony Schiavone says. You got that right, Trini Kwan says. And we're lucky we didn't get a beatdown at the guessing day. Lucky they didn't seek to take King Kong out the same way they seek to take out Hulk Hogan and Thor and the Hulk. We haven't seen them since the guessing day showed up. Trini Kwan said, "You're right about that," Corey Graves said. "We hasn't seen them in months, but sooner or later the guessing day will take King Kong, Keith Lee, and Shai-Chi and Sheamus O'Shaughnessy out." Corey Graves said. "Well," Tony Schiavone said, "only time will tell if any of that happens or not, if the guessing day can take them out or not. But I do know one thing. Renee Young now is now going to be talking with at least one, is going to be talking of King Kong here today, the man who lost to Aleister Black." Alright, King Kong, you lost to Aleister Black, or Malachite Black, whatever he's calling himself these days. And it seems that Shai-Chi and Keith Lee and Sheamus O'Shaughnessy still got the guessing day hang up. Yeah, they want to bully Santa Claus. Yeah, like that was going to make them look all bold and fearless. Like that was something to be onlooking. See, I know the Survivor Series or the Living Saga is coming up, and Shai-Chi and Sheamus O'Shaughnessy and Keith Lee, we're all going to take care of the guessing day. And we hope sooner or later that Hulk Hogan, Thor, and the Hulk come back, because if they do, then at the end of the day, they are going to help us win. And I know Rhea Ripley's a hang-up. Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman are hang-ups. But we have someone who's going to help us, someone who's going to show up at the Survivor Series of the Live Saga to make it even, so we can evenly take out the guessing day. Well, any guesses on who that might be, King Kong? Well, we can't tell you right now. Can't tell you right now, Renee Young. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to yield like everyone else. Well, that's my talk with King Kong. Back to you, Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Renee Young, for talking of King Kong here today on... Thank you for talking with King Kong here today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Night Raw. I am Tony Schiavone for Trini Kwan and Corey Graves. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Alone Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT.